Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS. It's time for Owin's Field Report, sponsored by Les Schwab Tire Centers.
Now, my report from yesterday is kind of sparse. I got reports from the coast, reports from inland, in the valley here and there. There were a couple of steelhead caught, yes. Certainly, it's that time of year. It is very, very early. Some of the really top guys that I know that were out there chasing steelhead around that are good at it, not one of them actually landed a steelhead. I did get word that one of them did hook one over on the coast, but it is that time of year. You can't catch them if you're not out fishing, okay? It's just one of those things. And if you happen to remember last year, at least for me and the guys that I run around with, in the latter part of December, earliest part of January was the best part of our winter steelhead season, and then it just went. So again, you can't catch them if you're not out there. Hopefully you can get out there, and if you do, take some photos, send them in, because you're going to start seeing more of those photos here in our opening segments like we just showed you here a little bit ago. But let's jump to river levels, and then we're going to check in with Katie and find out what this weather is going to be like this upcoming week. I mean, all the rivers are dropping quickly. There is a little bit of a bounce forecasted here. I think that's going to have a combination of the warm weather, of course, and then rain that's starting to show up Monday into Tuesday. Again, we'll let the experts tell us that here in just a little bit, but pretty much everything is going to show you some sort of a small bounce. Nothing that would keep you from going fishing. Typically, of course, you don't want to go fishing on a river that's on the rise. Okay, that being said, those little bounces can actually be an advantage. So look into that. Obviously, you have some choices as you go into this upcoming week for a number of different reasons. Timing. And like I mentioned earlier, sometimes it's nice just to get away, right? You know what I'm talking about? Same thing, a little bit of a bounce here, that's all in the Halem. So all the rivers along the coast, inland, everything are all gonna be low and clear, or at least getting there, and then a small bounce that is forecasted in those river levels. Now, did we already make it all the way down to the Alsea? Okay, all right, so it's just going to give you a good idea of what you're going to look forward to when you get out there. And it might be, again, like I mentioned yesterday, playing those low, clear water conditions. Smaller the river, the lower and clearer they're probably going to be right now. All right, send Jason Hambley an email over there at Procure. You'll have a chance to win a weekly prize pack, and hey, hang out with him, bug him a little bit. Seriously, it's kind of fun for me. Because that means if he's checking these emails, he's not fishing. And there might be an extra one around for myself or maybe even you. Sorry. All right, everyone. Let's go ahead and check in with Katie Suniga and find out what this weather is really going to do this upcoming weekend. It doesn't like anything changed from your forecast from yesterday.
Not much, except for in the longer range stuff. Everything that we've been looking at today, tomorrow, going in this week is almost the exact same as what we were seeing yesterday. So I'll walk you through that in case you missed or you don't remember. Not much snow up at Ski Bowl, which, we talked about that. We also talked about fog in the morning in some areas. Obviously, that is in Vancouver there. And then things are starting to mix out and clear up a bit in the valley. A little more visibility here at the Willamette Valley Vineyard than we have had. Here's where things have not changed too much, but just altered a little in the closer stuff. Clouds will come in today. You see this is around 4 o'clock, and then that'll move through. We'll start to see a few showers tonight. Originally, things were looking like this system wasn't going to come in with the showers until tomorrow afternoon. Maybe it's going a little faster, moving a little quicker, and we're seeing a few showers overnight. They're spread out throughout the day tomorrow, and then until we get into Tuesday morning, afternoon, early evening, and then you'll see we actually have a little fog showing up there in the valleys on Wednesday, Thursday. Basically, Wednesday, Thursday are going to be just exact repeat of yesterday and today. The total amount of rainfall over the next 3 days, models are showing anywhere between 1/4 to 1/2 inch, so that is what we are expecting. And then looking ahead, those temperatures you talked about, that little bump in the river, that's most likely due to the showers we're looking at Monday, Tuesday, and then the next round Friday, that's the one I'm watching where we see some bigger changes, Owen.
At all, if we got a big snowstorm or at least a solid freeze for 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 days, doesn't look like that's going to happen.
In fact, look overnight, we've been in the upper 20s to low 30s, and we get back into the low 40s, which is like 5 or 6 degrees above average for our lows, so not even cold overnight. Again,
welcome to El Nino. Thanks again. Have a great week, okay? All right, everyone, we're going to cut to a quick break. I got to catch back up. We've got your tip of the week. We've got probably 3 or 4 of them that we can do here. We do have a phone call that's coming in. We're going to try to get to that as well, so don't go anywhere. We got a ton for you here on KPDX and, of course, with Outdoor GPS. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by P-Line, because we fish, by Hawken Fishing, perfection in fishing gear, and by Haxton's Canvas and Upholstery, the trusted name of the Pacific Northwest.